Good morning. Well, well, well. It is Monday. How are you guys doing this morning? Hey, it worked, Helby. Yay! I know that I'm supposed to say something interesting right when the video starts. It's like following the rules of social media. I'm not very good at doing that, doing all that. I'm not very good at doing all that. I am just showing up to hang out with my cousin and do a collective divination ceremony. Are you still in awe of the ritual rave yesterday? We're still basking in the glow as well. We did a big public online ritual rave yesterday. Massive dance ritual. And it was so much fun. We had a great turnout. Yeah. So still basking in the glow today. All right. I love that you guys appreciate my realness. I love that I could just show up here however, and you know that my heart is of connection. And my lack of makeup or preparedness doesn't mean that I don't love and appreciate you. It means that I also love and appreciate myself. And that's okay, because that is how we do. Okay. I also know I'm supposed to do a whole intro and everything, but we're doing a divination ceremony. If you haven't been here before, there's so many recordings of what I'm supposed to do. You can go look at some of the other recordings and collect your data there. So let's just get right into it and see what is today ripe for. I will laugh my whole ass off if it's self-care, focus on your physical body. Now's the time to explore rest and rehabilitation. I will laugh. I try really hard not to influence your initial interpretation of the cards. You'll see what I'm talking about soon. But I'm putting that one out there because that's the train I'm on today. How about you? Yeah. We call those no bones days here at Weirdbrook. We're having a collective no bones day, and all of us are going to be posted up in the parlor in an ADHD nest surrounded by beverages and snacks and do computer work days. Probably what we're all going to be doing. All right, here we go. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space, for our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self, to pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power, and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. Okay. I'm already feeling a lot coming through about ableism, internalized ableism. So again, I will laugh my whole ass off. Can I say ass on YouTube? I can't say that. Okay. Noted. Ocean is our mod god for the day, and they were like where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? One more time. All right, are we ready? The devil reversed. All right, all right. Let's dive into this. You're finally breaking. Oh, wait, here. This is the card we drew. There we go. I'm going to read the prompt that's on the card. You're finally breaking free and becoming more self aware, be from poor habits, a bad relationship, or a negative situation. You're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Take some time for yourself to ensure that you're fully ridding yourself of these negative bounds. Okay. And the upright is you're feeling trapped. Perhaps there's a lack of fulfillment in your life, or maybe you're a slave to the allure of materialism or substance, and it's rendering you powerless. Okay. So, what does this feel like? What does this feel like? So, we've, I mean, if you've seen, if you've been here when I pulled the devil card before, uh, I have kind of a unique relationship with this card due to the like nature of the work that I do, which is in helping witches decolonize and deconstruct their social conditioning and religious indoctrination so that they can see the truth of their nature and start engaging with reality instead of this uh, illusion that we have been told that we had to participate in, right? And so to me, the devil represents the carrot that has been used to control our behavior. Um, whether that is the promise of riches or having everything that you like, every material thing that you want on a whim, or to be able to, um, I don't know, um, it's this belief that happiness and fulfillment come from something outside of you. It is something to be sought, something to be like earned in one way or another, right? Or bought. That's what the devil card represents to me, is that um, that little game so many of us play with believing that uh, the meaning of life is the pursuit of this happiness that is outside of yourself, right? Um, when in fact, that dangling carrot, whatever that is, whether it's like your Amazon shopping cart or I don't know, it's those kinds of material things, or your next trip to the liquor store, or whatever you feel is a reward or that you believe is going to make you happy that is outside of yourself is what the devil represents. And so pulling this card in this position, where does our attention need to be today to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? Well, let's look at uh, what makes you happy. That is like right now, if you were like, I did a good job, I'm going to reward myself with, what is it? What do you see as like a reward for a job well done? Or uh, what do you turn to for comfort when you are stressed out, right? This will bring me comfort. This will make me happy. No guilt or shame with any of this, guys. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is looking at it so that you're aware, okay, cheesecake makes me happy. Cheesecake makes me happy, by the way, like really in big ways. But acknowledging that this exists within me is the beginning of making those adjustments so that you are not bound by that thing, right? What's going to happen when there's no cheesecake, man? You're screwed. I can say screwed on YouTube. Yes, I can say that. And sometimes we need external validation. That's not what I'm talking about. External validation isn't a bad thing. Sometimes we need that. Uh, what I'm talking about is the I'm feeling stressed out, so I'm going to stop at that boutique on the way home, my favorite boutique, and like buy something. A new dress will make me happy. Uh, and we have a lot of these things. And so when you bring that up, ask yourself, why? Why do I believe this? And start having that conversation of, why do I believe this is going to make me happy? Oh, I was taught that blah, 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 blah. Right? You need to find your truth in there. Find what it is now. Choose a belief that is in alignment with your values that you would be proud of how you engaged with something, right? So when you're stressed out, would buying something, does that really fix, does that meet your need? Or is there another practice you can do when you're stressed out? Which choice are you most proud of? That's all you have to do, is that, like, to make your way through this. And you're going to get better and better and better at asking these questions. But if you don't ask the question, you remain caged indefinitely. And who benefits from that? Follow the money. Stacy, you're probably right. We need a behind the scenes video of Ocean trying to get Jen Marie to say the things. You guys need behind the scenes footage of the support team trying to get me to do things or not do things. I am that flavor of autistic. Don't tell me what to do. I'll find 20 ways around it. I am like this close to just making up our own words that are strong language and start using those. We can make our own curse words and mean the same, right? Okay. The card that is in our shadow, the second card, the card that represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of, is the Queen of Swords reversed. What you're in resistance to or in denial of that is keeping you kind of caged with this like carrot of the big cappy pappy. All right. Your emotions are running wild. So start thinking more objectively. Look at the facts before making rash judgments. Don't worry about upsetting others. Follow your heart and do what you want to do. Everyone else will get over it. And if they don't, oh well. And then the upright is the Queen of Swords is telling you to make judgments without emotion. Take inventory of all the facts before making a decision and come to an intellectual conclusion. You want to be compassionate, but you have to think with your head rather than your heart right now. Be independent and don't lean too heavily on anyone. This is what you're in resistance to or in denial of that is keeping you bound, feeling trapped. I also have a personal relationship with this card, by the way. I don't have a personal relationship with all of them, but this one usually shows up when we got like a bunch of people pleasers in the room. It's usually when this card shows up. It's like a reminder of, because most of the time, because a lot of us have been conditioned, taught that being decisive, especially if you're born in a female body, being decisive and logical means that you're a bitch and that you need to be taken down a notch, or that you are mean, right? When in fact you are logical and you are not centering other people's relationship with their own emotions, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's only that we've been taught that that is bad, that the ideal way to respond is lovingly and nurturing and from this like emotional space. And that's not always the case. That's not saying that you're actually being mean. I mean, it even says in the card, be compassionate, right? But make decisions based on what is logical because your emotions, uh, you haven't cultivated a relationship with your own emotions yet, right? So, mhm, having a clear mind is important right now, and think logically, be logical. That's huge. You're allowed to, um, be sad that you're not able to show up in a way that you once would have, but you still have to make a logical decision, right? Yeah. I wouldn't even say, um, desires is close, but yes. So we have the, it's more like so what we're talking about is, are you making decisions that someone else's emotions, how they feel about the decisions you're making is more important than you living a life that is logical and in alignment with where you want to be. That's kind of what this is the dynamic that this feels like, is that your emotional connection to someone, you are like yes, like reactions versus decisions. Yes, Helby. Mhm. We like, be mindful of your reactions, give them the time and attention that they need, but don't make the decisions from that place. Make a decision based on what is logical, right? And figuring out so coming back to this, the devil card, right? Figuring out what you consider a reward or, what you do to kinda, like, dissociate from this reality that is so uncomfortable. How do I say that? Is it's important for you to look at why do you not feel free? Why do you feel trapped? What is trapping you? And if you're like, "Oh, it's these bills I have to pay all the time." Um, but your reward is to get you further into debt, right? Do you see how you're trapped in this loop, right? That's the kind of stuff that we really need to look at because you're right about that, like trapping you, but you don't have to stay like that. It doesn't mean that you're broken. It just means that you're stuck in a loop and there's help. You can get out. Yeah, most of how we were taught to participate in the big cappy pappy or cappy or pappy, usually they're like this though. Uh, to participate is to further entrap yourself. You were taught to trap yourself. You're taught that trapping yourself makes you a good person. And trapping yourself is perfectly normal. Everyone is doing it. So it's socially acceptable entrapment. Yeah. Heather says, "You won't lose your value if you choose to seek comfort and solace with your inner guides rather than a habit supported by a current social connection. Absolutely. The There is a reason why um, Bright and Dark Center, which is a resource center slash deeper mystery school for neurodivergent witches. There's a reason why step number one is an inward turn. We help witches look inward, repair their relationship with their mind, with their emotions, with their physical body. A whole year, the first year of school is all about that stuff. And there's a reason. It's because those are the things that keep you trapped where you are. And we want we want the witches in our coven to be free, to experience freedom. And it is maddening, frustrating, mind-boggling how deeply ingrained this participation is. It's once you start seeing it, or once you learn how to look for it, kind of changes everything. And you're able to actually get the comfort that is within. But most of us, our inward environment is a reflection of our external, right? And if your external is chaos, then your internal is chaos as well. Chaos on the dark side. So it makes sense why you don't want to turn inward. You want to turn outward because you have everything invested in your outward participation. You haven't invested the time and nurtured that relationship yet. And that's okay because we were taught not to. So, mhm. Yeah, this is, we can be free. The process starts within. It starts inside of you. It has to. I was talking to Silver the other day. Um, I'm gonna be coming out with a villain series soon because that I find that delightful. But in part of this, like, villainry 101 course that I wanna do, I one of the bits is, what if it is all your fault? What if it's all your fault, right? And right now, in a conditioned state, it's like a punch to the gut, right? Like, if it's all my fault, then I'm a bad person. Are you a bad person? If it's all your fault, then you have all of the power to repair that, to grow from it, to make sure that it never happens again. It being all your fault is a really great thing. If you being trapped is all your fault, that means all you have to do is walk out of the cage, right? So, it being all your fault is actually wonderful. In fact, finding all of the ways that your suffering is your fault is like the best thing ever. And a big part of foundations, our initiation process, is seeing how it's all your fault. The places that it is like you have the power to change it. You have the power to. Did I just drop my wand? Uh, all right, guys, that is our reading for the day. The next time that we'll will be able to hang out would be the grimoire reading. I'm actually reading the very last section of my grimoire live. It's free, open to the public, and the several members of my coven will be with me to answer any questions. These are witches that have walked the tradition that I'm explaining in the grimoire for a minimum of 3.5 years, minimum. So they have personal lived experience with this approach to magic. Okay, and that's on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll see you Friday when we do this divination ceremony again. Will I start reading the grimoire over again? Yes, because I've already rewritten it. The second edition is already in the process of like editing, because after reading it out loud to a live audience, I edited it based on the questions that I was asked, because those questions meant that I didn't fully explain it. And so I fixed it. And I will probably end up doing that repeatedly. I warned everyone that this is a living tradition. It evolves, and with everyone that it engages. So yeah, I'm going to start from the beginning and read it all over again, I think. Okay, let's close out this working. So hand on your heart and take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches, remember, if you can't be good at it. Okay? And yes, social deviant. My birthday was in April, but it's okay. All right, bye.